Okay, when I look at this first example here and I read this formula, I have a P, a P0, an E, an R, and a T. Okay, so the P is the total population. Kind of also I could think about it as the ending population. P0 is the start population. R is the percent growth rate. T is the time, and E is a number, right? We remember that E because it's in our calculator. Okay, Smallville had a population of 13,000 in 2000, and it grew to 19,000 by the year 2014. Okay, so P is the population now, or the ending population. So 19,000 equals P0, the starting population, times E to the R, the rate of growth, which I don't know because I have to solve for it, times the time. How much time has gone by? 14 years. Okay, now algebra. I'm going to divide by 13,000. And I'm going to write this as an E to the 14R. Is that okay? I don't like my numbers after my variables. And I'm guessing this is a not nice decimal. It's not. I don't really want that because remember when you're doing these questions you cannot round. So I'm going to just go 19 over 13. Is that okay with you? I could leave it like that, but... Okay, here's my dilemma. My variable that I want is in the exponential position. What have we learned? How do we solve when we're in the exponential position? You have to do what to both sides? Log both sides. Okay, hold on. There's an E in this equation. So what was my trick? Instead of logging, I'm going to natural log both sides. ln. My fancy, because somebody thought it was an I the other day. So I try to write ln. Should I print ln? ln. I'm going to ln both sides. Okay. So ln of 19 over 13 equals, give me a rule here, 14R ln of E. Because what do we know? Exponents can move to the front. Okay, I'm also going to tell you, if I really wanted to, I could have split those apart. If you had done that, we will get to the same answer. But I'm not going to do that. It would have been fine. Okay, does anybody remember what the ln of E actually is as a number? 1. So if that equals 1, you can just say like I'm crossing it off because I don't really need it. Okay, and then I'm going to divide by 14. And that gives me my R. Okay, so be careful when you are typing this. You probably want to make sure you close a bracket in your calculator. Make sure you've closed a bracket. If you had separated with subtraction, you would just need a bracket like that around that whole thing. Do you remember where your LN button is? And whatever you do when you're done, do not erase it from your calculator. You want it on your calculator. I got 0.027.
So you divided the 19?
I did the ln of brackets. So 19 divided by 13.
Is a log, right?
The ln is the natural log. So you have that button. This button right here. This is the log and this is the natural log. Yeah. So I did the ln of brackets. I gotta have that in brackets. And then after I divided it by 14. Okay, calculator wise we're good?
No, hold on.
No? Because we need that on our calculator and I'm not getting rid of it.
I didn't do that before.
Do you have to use ln or do you use log?
Use the log, that's fine. Did you get the same?
I didn't, but can you use it?
Yes. The only difference is that this doesn't disappear and you're going to have this log E. So you would have had log 19/13 divided by 14 log E.
It's been a long day.
Okay. We got to answer part B. Estimate the population in 2020. Okay, so what is the population? So it started at 13,000 times e to the r, which we know. So 0.027 dot 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 times how many years from the start to this 2020? How many years will have the population been growing? 20. Okay, now we're going to go through this very slowly. Don't even touch your calculator until we're all going together. Okay, order of operations. You ready? I'm going to times that together. So on there, times 20 equals. Okay, we times the exponent stuff. Good?
Only the exponent?
I had this on my calculator, times 20. I haven't rounded a single thing. Okay? Now I'm going to go e to that. So I'm going to push e to the answer. E to that answer.
Where is E? What is E? To the power of?
E is on my calculator, it's second function here.
Oh, it's the E to the thing?
E to the thing, and then I want it to be to that answer. Are we good? Equals 1.7 da da da.
I got 1.716.
Did you round? Did you round this 0.027? Yeah, if you didn't keep it on your calculator, you're going to get it wrong.
So, like all of it?
Yeah. You're going to get a rounding error anyway. Okay, I'll show you when we're working. Okay, and then times 13,000. Okay, so this is a population, so I can round this answer to a whole number. So 22,356 would be the population. Did you understand my order of operations? Does that make sense? I did what's the exponent, e to the exponent, and then the multiply. Okay, I can try that. Okay, so if I put, you say if I have my R there, so I go 13,000 times e to the bracket answer times 20. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yep, it works. Risky?
I don't know how to
Risky.
type the answer like you type the answer, but.
You don't have an answer button on your?
No, but I don't, if you do it, I feel like it forgets it if I do it like that.
So I had this on my calculator.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I did
But
13,000.
you just type after, I always clear after I do
Oh, yeah, times e to the bracket answer times 20.
something. What kind of a risky idea?
It worked. Okay, so do you understand what this is even talking about? The population is growing 2.7% every year. The population is growing. You can leave that as a decimal form. You don't have to write 2.7%. Just leave it. Please make sure here, not rounded. If you round, your answer will be thrown off. Okay, next. You're putting $500 a month into an account. It has an annual rate of 8%, compounded monthly. So let's talk about the interest. How do you write 8% as an interest? 0.08. And that was an annual. And if you're going to compound monthly, you're going to have to divide it by 12.
Yeah, I was
No, but if you take like $20 and you
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Kaylee, and it will,
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. Like, you times the whole number by the 1.0 and then you get.
yeah, and it'll work in the formula right here because that's why there's a 1 plus. Yeah. Okay. How long will it take you to become a millionaire? Okay, so the future value, that's that. I want $1 million. The payments, so that's the $500 a month. So 500. 1 plus the interest, so 0.08 divided by 12. To the n is the amount of time periods. Do I know that? Nope. That's the unknown. Minus 1 over the interest. Okay, how do we see them with the formula? That's good. Okay, I'm going to do 3 algebra moves at one time. You ready? I'm going to be doing this number. I'm going to divide it by 500 to get rid of that. I'm going to times it by 0.08 over 12 to get rid of that. Then I'm going to add 1 to get rid of that. Are you okay that those two things wouldn't have mattered, the order, but this matters? I'd have to do the add 1 last on the BidMath stuff. Okay, so once I got rid of those things, I'm left with this. Okay, give me a number.
So the one which does it cancel, the negative one, which does it cancel?
It cancels this. Minus 1.
Yeah, which one does it cancel?
This one. This one that I crossed off. This one is inside the brackets with the exponent. It cannot be unglued.
Oh, okay.
It's in a unit. I can't unglue it.
Oh, okay.
Do you see? Right? I can't just say -1 on this because it's attached to a bunch of other things. Yeah. So 1 million. Oh, how many zeros do you need there? 6. $14.33. Anybody? And again, you cannot be rounding anything there. You have to work with that. Do not round that. I did all those things and I got a 14.33. 1 million divided by 500 times, and then add 1 after. You're not getting 14.33? I didn't put brackets on that and it was okay.
I'm putting brackets on it.
You don't need any brackets. I might have pushed equals before I added 1.
Wait, how does it get 134?
1 million with 6 zeros on it. Got it? Divide 500 times 0.08 divided by 12 equals plus 1.
Yeah, I'm on that 34. I've been doing this like 5 times.
What are you typing? Now, what do? My variable is in the exponential position. So what should we do? Log both sides. We're going to log both sides. So log of 14.33 equals, what can you do if you've done this log? The n can move to the front. Okay, let's see if we can type this without doing any rounding. Okay, so do you remember on my calculator I still had 14.333 in there? Okay, so I'm going to go log answer. Log of the answer, because then it's already doing that, divided by log, you have to have a bracket, 1 plus 0.08 divided by 12, bracket.
Wait. Divided by?
Yeah, I did log answer.
Yeah.
Yep, divided by,
Brackets or no?
on that one you don't need brackets, but does your calculator just do the bracket?
You just have to put the brackets of the number that unlocked.
So then you would have to put a closed bracket on the 14, because yours, see, mine doesn't open a bracket and yours does.
So we put also the log also, right?
What's that? Log. Anybody? 400 point? Okay, so we have to talk about how to answer this though. Okay, so this is telling me how many times I'm going to be depositing money, how many months. So no matter what, you're going to have to round up. Even if this was 400.2, in the bank sense, you're still going to have to make a 401st payment. Because if you round down, you're going to be short money.
They give you 500.
So 401 months. That's how long it's going to take me to be a millionaire. Which is going to be like over 33 years. So start doing that right now. $500. Except for there's no bank that's going to give you that much interest, so I'm sorry.
me what I did wrong. You give me 500 and 612.
Okay, so earthquake, skip. You'll see them, skip them in your book. This is comparing the acidity of two items. So here's the formula. The pH equals negative. I didn't mean to write that in there because it's supposed to be a secret, but it's actually there. I gotta erase that so you don't know the secret. Okay, so that's the formula that you will get. This symbol, for you that have not taken chemistry, means the concentration of the hydrogen ions in an item. Okay, how much more acidic is a solution with a pH of 3.4 compared to one with a 7.8? Okay, so 3.4 equals negative log H plus. I'm going to divide by negative 1. Why the negative 1? Because to get rid of that. Okay, this is in log form. So do you see your base? Do you see your exponent? And do you see your result? Can you rewrite it into exponential form for me? What's the base on this? 10. Remember, when there's no base, it's a secret base. I kind of gave it away. 10 to the negative 3.4 equals the concentration of the hydrogen ions. Okay, now you have to just do the same thing and repeat it. The other pH is 7.8. Just do the exact same. On your test, I'm okay if you show me the work for one of them and then write the other one. I'm okay? I'm okay on your test if you skip that, as long as you've done it for one and then show me the other one. Okay, so this question says, how much more acidic is the other one? So when you hear that phrase, how much more is something in math, what operation will you do? How much more times acidic is it? Divide. Okay. Now, when you do how much more times is something, you're probably going to want to do the bigger number divided by the smaller number. Which one of those is actually bigger than the other one?
-1.
This one is a bigger number, and this number is smaller. So typing that in and see what you get. If you happen to do it the wrong way, your answer might seem like awkwardly small.